I hope you are getting my screen as well as my voice. So last class, right? So we are discussing about ARM templates. So nothing but Azure Resource Manager. So it is nothing but it is having some predefined templates in the form of JSON, right? And last last 2 to 3 classes. So we are discussing about this ARM, and even we try to create storage accounts by using ARM templates, right? And previously, we have seen, once you've created some ARM template file or once you've created some JSON file, right? So now, if you want to deploy this ARM template file or if you want to deploy this JSON file on any of these respect to Azure cloud accounts, so there are different ways, or we can simply say that methods to deploy ARM templates files. So these are the ways: Azure Portal, PowerShell, and CI/CD pipeline. Okay. So we are already discussed about by using this Azure portal, by using this mechanism we have done, and yesterday we have started about by using this PowerShell. So in between we are having PowerShell. It is going to take some amount of time. Okay, so basically, so yesterday we tried to created some resource group and virtual network and subnetwork, and then we have created some Windows virtual machine basically, right? So after creating some Windows virtual machine, so these things if you want to access some Windows virtual machine, so we require some RTP software. So by using RTP we try to access the Windows virtual machine, and within this Windows virtual machine, so if you type some Windows PowerShell, basically we're having two types of PowerShells. So one is Windows PowerShell ISC and Windows PowerShell. So if we're going with some Windows PowerShell ISC, nothing but it is an integrated scripting environment. And if you're going with a normal PowerShell, it was integrated with multiple services. Okay. So now once if you navigate to this Windows PowerShell, so if you want to access this Azure cloud account, right? So this is the command connect hyphen AZ account. So once if we type this respective command, we're going to get like this unable to recognize connect command, or maybe so you're going to get CM delete or function script or some different types of errors you're going to get it. So the reason is we don't have Azure modules within that respective PowerShell. So that is the reason. So first of all, we need to install some Azure modules. Okay. So we can install Azure modules if and only if your PowerShell is the above the specific version. So if you're having some PowerShell which is above 5.1, version as a 5.1, then only we are able to install. First, we need to check the respective version of the PowerShell. So that is by using a predefined command called as a $ps version table, so that you're going to get the respective PowerShell version. So this execution policy is get execution policy. This one here, whenever if you're trying to install some PowerShell, whenever if you're trying to install some Azure modules, sometimes we don't have some permissions, right? Sometimes we are not able to execute a specific command. So then we need to go to this respective two commands. Basically, in my previous class, I have got some errors whenever if I trying to execute this respective command. So so much of errors we have got it. So finally, I have done some R&D on this. So why we're getting this error? So if that is the case, so first of all, we need to execute this command whenever if you're trying to execute this respective command. What I mean to say is, before execution of this command, or once if you execute this respective command, if you got some errors, so try to execute these two commands, then re-execute this command once again. Then your errors is going to be solved. Okay. Sometimes you're going to get it, so it depends. So even if you're getting, so try to solve it by using these two predefined commands. Okay. Because the problem is, if you go with any Microsoft products like Windows PowerShell, maybe some Azure Cloud, or maybe some Microsoft Teams. It is having so many different products is there, right? So these products keep on, they're going to update every 3 months or every 6 months of time. So then we're going to get some errors. So anyway, that solutions we already have, maybe in Microsoft Docs or maybe some Microsoft community. So just you need to go through the different websites or different sites related to Microsoft. So you're going to get some solution. So definitely this solution is posted by somebody who is already got some errors or some exceptions basically. Okay, sometimes it is going to take some time. So then if you try to go with, or whenever if you're trying to execute this command, right? So some Azure module services is going to execute. Okay, so then you can connect this in. So yesterday these same things we have done in Windows virtual machine, but today we're trying to do all these things in our local system. Even in your local system is also having some Windows PowerShell, right? Basically, I mean, intention is, so just how can we, how can we, uh, once if we created some Windows virtual machine, right? So even this Windows virtual machine also we're having some Windows PowerShell. So just I want to show you on yesterday. So that things we have done basically. So even the same things we can execute in our local system as well. Okay, so mostly this Windows operating system by default we're having some PowerShell. So go to here, type PowerShell. Here Windows PowerShell. Click on it. So first, as you know already, just check the version. What is the predefined command to check the version here? This is the predefined command, right? Just copy. It is not pasting. Why? I think it is not copied. Copy, paste it here. Click on enter. Here it is above 5.1. So then we are able to install some Azure modules, right? So if you want to install some Azure modules, what is the predefined command here? So this is the predefined command, right? So go to here, paste it here, click on enter. See here, this is the other install module. Administrator rights are required to install module. Something it is saying we require some permission, or we require, instead of permission they're asking some administration rights. Okay, so first of all, exit from here, type once again PowerShell, right click, run as administrator, click on yes. Okay, so then once again check the version. So it is not copying. Copy, paste it here. So then copy here, click on enter. Here now it is trying to install. Sometimes even you're going to get some different types of errors, maybe some we require some execution permissions, right? So or sometimes it is remote is not assigned, something like that. So then we need to go with these comments. Okay, otherwise specific error if you want, we can cross check it here. See here, something like this. So you're going to get sometimes you're going to get some permission denied. Okay, so like this you're going to get some errors here basically. See here, PowerShell reports execution policy error. So like this, if you're getting some these types of errors, right? So then compulsory we need to execute these two commands. Okay, so last class I had got it, but I forget to paste that specific error here. So, but basically these types of errors you're going to get it related to whenever if you're trying to install some Azure modules. Okay, so if that is the case, so just try to execute this one. So if you observe here, we have got some errors, some administration rights, right? So then that is the case. So just go to or type some PowerShell and run as administrator. That is the one option. Okay, but still if you're getting some more errors, so then try to paste these two predefined comments. Okay, so when compared to virtual vision, right? Normal systems it is going to take time basically, because if you go for Windows virtual machine, right? We are trying to install Azure modules on their servers, so it is somewhat fast when compared to our local system. Right? If you observe, it is installed successfully. So now if you type some connect hyphen agent account, actually it is not copy. So provide your Azure cloud account details here. So like this you're going to get it. So but if you want to or if you're having some, if you want to connect is by using tenant ID, right? So just try to provide this tenant ID if you're already having some tenant ID. This is the second way. So otherwise simply go with connect hyphen agent account. So just you're going to get some pop-up. try to provide your Azure account, Azure cloud account details basically. Okay, that is the best way. So now how to deploy ARM template by using PowerShell. Okay, so go to Google and type GitHub ARM template. So 101 create storage accounts. Azure deploy.json. So same thing you can copy and paste it in Visual Studio, right? Visual Studio code go to or open ID Visual Studio. So file, new file. Just copy this one. Copy this complete JSON file. Copy, paste. So here already you know. So these things it doesn't require, right? Variables it doesn't require. Parameters. This one is, these things are optional, right? Just I'm removing. I think this API profile it also doesn't require, right? This is not mandatory. So schema, content version. We include API profile in the previous class. Just include API profile and the resources. Okay. Even outputs is not mandatory, right? So then, so here type find name. Name is you can provide some ABC store is 100. So just copy and paste it here. Just remove this one. So location, nothing but HTS East US, right? So name LRS, nothing but local random storage, right? So these are the changes basically. So just Control S. Just first of all you need to save it. Maybe Azure deploy 1.json. Okay, save as type JSON. Just click on save. So even you can cross check it whether this JSON is correct or not. Go to JSON lint jsonlint.com. Just paste it here. Click on validate JSON. So it is valid JSON basically. Okay. So just close it. Go to this ARM templates folder. So copy this path. Try to navigate. Try to change the respective path to. So currently, if you observe within this ARM templates, we have this. We have saved this Azure deploy 1.json, right? So basically, we need to deploy this ARM template file or the JSON file by using the PowerShell. First of all, you need to navigate where exactly this ARM template file in this respective PowerShell console. So currently, if you observe, PowerShell is having in this respective path, right? C colon Windows System 32. But in this location, we don't have that respective ARM template file or the JSON file. So where we are having, basically, we are having a C user show at desktop ARM templates folder. We are having these respective files, right? So just navigate to this respective path. So type cd space the, or you can copy this respective path wherever you are having that specific ARM template file. Okay, click on enter. Mm, what is that? Right? Get location, argument templates. Line one. Parameter binding exception. Okay. Maybe try to export these policies. I think it is not related to policy. To execute once. It is not related to policy basically. Get location. Line one. See, here it is. We are not able to navigate PowerShell. PowerShell certificate. Tab completion finishes in this way. This is the same error. Here is the first one. I can't believe I missed that set location. Should not have a equal sign. It currently says set location. Should say set. What the script here? Okay, let me check it. I'm not getting any solution. Basically, it is not a complex. Normally, how we are getting the command from the same way, right? Basically, if you type some CMD, it is navigating, but it is not happening in PowerShell. If you type some CD and paste it. Anybody know the solution? Any of you? Any of you aware some PowerShell? Jagdish, Narasimha, Swati, whoever there, Sujit, Jagdish,
No issue.
no idea.
No idea.
So last class I got some related execution policy. Uh, Last time it is worked here if you type some CD something like this, but now we have getting some error. This is some different error for your respective batch. Let me check it. Okay, so what is the reason why we are getting this error? Let me find some solution. Okay, so because without changing this server we are not able to proceed further. Otherwise what we can do is we will do another way. Let me try it that way. So just copy. So see, sorry. C users your in this path it is available, right? Okay, so just paste it here, this one, Azure deploy one.json. So then after that, basically we need to export this specific file, sorry, this specific command. Here our file name is nothing but Azure deploy one.json, right? Azure deploy one.json. So here verbose is nothing but here this intention is to execute each line of the code. Okay, so here force is nothing but if any acceptance is required, so just it is forcefully it is going to accept that one basically. Okay, so just copy this command and paste it here. It is not copying as well. If you type some control C, copy, click on enter. Okay, supply value following parameters, type for help. Resource group is required, resource group name is required, so type some Azure test, click on enter. I think we did not create a resource group, right? So just try to create some resource group in your Azure cloud account. Anyway, that command is executing irrespective of that error. So Azure test, next tags, next you can create, finally click on create. It is created. Azure test. Okay, so one option is instead of solving this error, right? So just copy your ARM template file or JSON file in this specific location, whatever the location you have. Okay, so maybe you're not able to get this error. Maybe I'm getting this error. I'm getting this error. So even though if you're getting this type of error, just copy this ARM template file or this JSON file in this respective location, whatever the default location it is providing in the PowerShell. Okay. So here deployment name test1 Azure test succeeded, some mode incremental, something it is succeeded basically. Okay, template is valid. So now go to portal.azure.com. So here go to storage accounts. So here ABC storage and it is created basically. Okay, so this is the way how to create uh, some storage accounts inside of Azure cloud account by using PowerShell. So here what is this your ARM template file? So this is the file, right? Once the ARM template, or we are calling as a JSON file, right, is created, just we need to cross check it. Just we need to cross check whether JSON is valid or not in jsonlint.com. Once ARM template is valid, right? Try to execute the try to execute the below command, right? Actually, this is the predefined command. Okay, so here you need to change here after this template file, right? So you need to provide your own template ARM template name. Here my I have given my name as Azure Deploy1.json. Maybe you can provide some ARM test.json. So whatever the name it can be basically, right? So new AZ resource group deployment hyphen name, right? Test one. So you can give this one as a this one also any name if you want. After that template file, so whatever the template the ARM template file name you're having, after that verbose, so just it is trying to execute each line of your code means. So here already you have given this one, right? This is a piece of ARM template or this JSON file which you have given. So it is trying to execute each and every file, sorry, each and every line of this piece of code by using verbose option, right? And while executing this respect to this predefined JSON or whatever the modified JSON which you have provided, so if it is required some acceptance is required, so then we need to go with this force command as well. Okay, so just on fly it is going to give some acceptance if anything is required. Okay, so by using this predefined command we are able to create some storage account inside of Azure cloud account. Only difference is basically it is a PowerShell. That is the only difference. If you observe previously, we already created some storage accounts, but by using, I mean, inside of Azure Cloud account, we have created, right? But now we are trying to create some storage accounts by using PowerShell mechanism. This is the predefined command. If you want to create some uh, some storage accounts inside of Azure Cloud account by using PowerShell mechanism. This is the predefined command. Okay. So any doubts, any of you? Still, some more things we can do it here inside of this ARM templates, inside of this respective code. So we'll discuss that things. Before that, any doubts, any of you? Even I will cross check it this specific error, whatever the error we have got it. Okay.
Shiva,
Yes.
you can use the circumflex C, then you go through it.
Sorry.
No, you said that the PowerShell is not opening that location.
Mm-hmm.
You can
We can
use the circumflex C.
circum. I did not
Yeah.
get you. I mean, we need to change this one.
No, not that one. Cap. You go to the PowerShell,
Okay.
uh, local disk PowerShell, then
Local.
no local PowerShell. I given in text. You can check it. Use that command.
Capital C.
Yeah,
Sorry, not capital.
circumflex C.
Okay. I mean, copy pasting this path. You mean to say? basically here we are in this path, right? C colon, I'm not typing.
So we got the error now
Mm-hmm.
in Windows PowerShell.
Mm.
To rectify that error, you use this symbol. Then it will.
Okay, ARM templates. Okay, we will check it now itself. So, CD. So you mean to say here I need to see this one?
Yes.
Enter.
Enter. Getting same error.
The terms is not recognized. Is it capital C or a small c?
Capital C.
Capital C. Okay. Sorry for that. This one. Okay.
Yes. I'm getting same error.
Sorry. So is it the same or somewhat different?
Yes, same. Capital C only.
Okay. Anyway, I will check it.
Yes. Thanks.
Thanks for your help. Okay. But meanwhile, I will check it. Okay, from my end. But still,
Okay.
if something is not executing for you, so this is the temporary solution. Basically, if you observe the command prompt, right, so directly we can navigate from one path to another, and we can do some changes. What are the changes you want in command prompt? But it is not the case with PowerShell, so we're getting some errors. So currently, one solution is, so whenever if you're opening some PowerShell, right, so you're going to get some default path in that current location, right, or in that respective default path. Just try to copy paste your Azure template file, sorry, ARM template file, not Azure template file, ARM template file or your JSON file, and just try to execute this predefined command. Basically, okay, this is the command. Only change is here you need to provide your template file name. That's it. That is the only change. Okay. So try to do that. If you are trying to create some storage accounts within this Azure cloud account, if it is good, or still if you are even while executing this command also, maybe if you're getting some errors or exceptions, let me know. Okay, we will solve it. So that's all for today. Before winding up, Sunday we have class and tomorrow we don't have class. Okay, and that's all for today.